Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here on our YouTube channel. Today, it's another custom story. As you know, guys, this is Benji from Wildmail. And on this custom story, we are going to be talking with Carla about the history behind her business, like the problem he found when we was trying to automate and the whole marketing, and what's the Wildmail solution that provides. Carla, how are you?
Hi. Good. Thank you so much for having me. Super happy to be here.
It's always a pleasure. Carla, let me ask you something about, because at the end, your business, it's your own personal brand, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Let me explain a little. I mean, can you explain me a little bit better, like why you decide to, or what is Carla Biesinger, which is like your business, what's behind this, what's everything that you offer, and also the why, the history of behind the business.
Sure. So I started my business in 2016. I create online courses, and I mainly work with women who want to build an online business and who really have the dream of creating time freedom and financial freedom and independence. So I mainly focus on online marketing, Instagram organically, how to grow your audience through Instagram, and then also how to scale your business through Facebook and Instagram ads and through funnels. And I started this, I actually, in my previous life, like I like to say, I used to have a restaurant in Argentina, and I was there for 5 years. And basically when we started the restaurant, we had this idea that we would have this freedom to travel the world. But when you own a restaurant, you don't have that. So after 5 years, when I decided to leave, I kind of looked at everything that I have been doing until that point, and I still had this dream of being able to travel and being able to move around. And so after kind of 6 months of getting a job and then deciding, actually, I don't want to work for someone else, I had this idea of starting an online business. And then really just through taking a lot of online courses to learn about how to sell stuff online, I then had this idea of creating my own online course. So it's kind of a long journey, but yeah, I've been doing it for now almost 7 years, and it's amazing.
That's amazing. That's a good story. So it's basically following the dream, no?
Absolutely.
That's nice, and you got it.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you said you started your business on 2016. That's right.
Yeah.
And then, in which moment you said, because at the beginning you were doing everything manually, or you already automated from the beginning? What was the point that you said, okay, now we have to start with automating the email marketing and automations and marketing and stuff like this?
Yeah. So I took an online course on how to build an online course in 2016. So I actually was taught to focus on building your email list pretty much from the beginning, which is something that I'm super grateful for. And I think it's, one of those things where building your email list isn't as sexy as building your Instagram or now building your TikTok, right? I don't know if it's because everyone can see how many followers you have and no one can see how many subscribers you have, or what the psychological reason is. But yeah, I started building my email list and turning followers into email subscribers pretty much from the start. And I just had very basic automations, my freebie, when someone downloaded it. Actually, in the beginning, I was with ConvertKit, and I built my landing pages in ConvertKit. So I don't even think there was any automation. It was just built in. Someone downloads the freebie and they join your list, and then I would just send out my newsletters. So actually, I didn't have really any fancy automations for the first few years. And then
that was nice.
Yeah, that was a very easy way to get started. And then I think 2 or 3 years in, I decided that I wanted to build a webinar funnel and to eventually automate that webinar. And that was really when I started to automate kind of everything. And that was also when I actually started to make money and actually started to create that passive income that now allows me to be much more flexible. And that was also the moment when I joined, or I moved from ConvertKit to wildmail, specifically for the fact that, and I don't like to talk bad about anyone, but their customer support was not great. And so, I was here kind of used to just doing things that were really like built in and not having to figure out all the funnel stuff and all the automations. And then now here I am trying to build this funnel, which if you ever, I think you saw my very first funnel and you were like, oh my God.
Yes.
What is this? And so I really needed someone to kind of take me by the hand and show me how to do things. And one of my friends actually recommended wildmail. And I mean, you're amazing. So it was a very easy decision.
So, thank you. So it was like a little bit overwhelming, no? I mean, when you just started, it just like download the freebie, lead magnet, something like this. But once you wanted to build a little bit, like go further on your marketing automation strategy, then it started like being overwhelming and struggling all the time with things. I agree as well. I mean, there's like, you can build like the freebie download automation, but once you want to build like a proper funnel, webinar funnel, sales funnel, call funnel, whatever, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. Not too much. But yeah, I agree with you. And then you moved to wildmail and what was the experience with wildmail? You can be honest, even if I'm here.
No, I mean, it's amazing. I don't think there's any email marketing platform that offers customer support like you guys do. Just being able to jump on a call and have someone, even, in pretty much the same day, reply when I have a question and really look at my account. So I think, this has been a few years now. I think 3 years maybe that I've been with you.
Yeah, something like that.
And, there have been like little things that I needed help with. Like sometimes, obviously, you can Google things and it's sometimes easy to find the answer. And then sometimes there's just one thing where you just get stuck on, and just to be able to send a question in and get a reply so you can continue working. Or then obviously like a little bit more complex things that you've helped me has been so helpful.
And how easy or how difficult was to build this webinar funnel with wildmail?
I mean, it's actually really not that difficult. And it really isn't. I think there's, a couple of advanced things like webhooks or, when you're integrating different platforms, that's a little bit more complicated. But at the end of the day, this is something I set up in 2019 and I've tweaked it a little bit. But at the end of the day, this has generated a lot of income and it's just working every day, every night. And I don't have to do anything about it.
How many funnels you have right now implemented or set up?
A lot, I want to say. I always like to test new things and different things and then kind of come back to the conclusion that this initial one was actually the best. So I don't know why I keep doing that.
The simpler, the better. It's always like this.
Yeah, but I think one of the things that has really shifted was from creating, a new freebie and kind of trying to figure out new things in the front end to actually really optimizing more things on the back end. I think I can probably do more advanced things. But right now everything is working. So I've just kind of stopped trying to improve things or like fix things. What's the saying? Like, don't try to fix something that isn't broken. I'm like implementing that.
And that makes a lot of sense. I think that's one of the best. I mean, I'm going to take advantage of this interview to share like a best practice with our audience, which is basically like if you want to improve your funnel, it just improve just a small thing of the funnel, like not changing the whole strategy, whole funnel, whole sequences. No, Just if you want to test lead scoring, let's apply lead scoring, but in a minimum part of the funnel. And if it's working, you can replicate it and implement it to the whole funnel. But that's one of the best practice, like not to be like a Godzilla. Otherwise, at some point it's going to be not working and you have no idea, you or even our team is going to be like really difficult to find where is exactly the problem. No? So yeah. That's good. And just to, for me, this is the last question of the interview, Carla. And it's, do you have any like favorite feature of wildmail, or like maybe the 3 use cases as well that you have like in mind right now? Like for wildmail, I used to do like this, and this, something like this, also for the audience, because maybe they can take advantage and they can say like, good point. I didn't use it, but I'm going to start using from now onwards.
Yeah. So one of the things, and this is something we've optimized over the years, and which you helped me just recently, is my cold subscriber re-engagement sequence. So really looking at when do people stop opening, trying to re-engage them. And I mean, I have close to 60,000 subscribers and my open rate is around 50% with my newsletters. Wow. So I think that is part of, we're just cleaning it all the time, and we're really getting people who open their emails, which is, I guess, the goal. So that is one feature that I love. It's an automation, I guess, called subscriber re-engagement. I also love the Wildmetrics platform that you've built. I kind of have phases of when I use it more and when I use it less, but just being able to see in a funnel, what exactly is working, like how much is this funnel actually generating? If I test a different lead magnet, does that generate more? Like, am I getting a different kind of person? So it's an amazing feature, Wildmetrics. And I mean, this is maybe a super simple one, but split testing subject lines. I always do. So whenever I don't have so many different programs, but I kind of like to relaunch the same ones at least once or twice a year. And so every launch, I just always test different subject lines, and I just test different emojis in the subject lines, or just, little things. And again, that I think is super powerful to increase your open rates. And it's something that's super easy.
Nice. So you said like automations, but basically like the cleaning automation, but also for the people that they are watching or listening to this, they also have a tutorial in our YouTube channel, so they can find it. There is Jason explaining everything. Then the second one was Wildmetrics, which is our other platform, which is more like focused on SaaS B2B businesses, but also they have like a feature with an integration with ActiveCampaign. So all the Wildmail customers can use also Wildmetrics to figure out like revenue per email, revenue per automation, even like, as you said, like to be able to track the whole funnel and see what is working and what is not, no? And then A/B testing, split A/B testing. That it's, again, I agree, it's really important to do A/B testing, like even on the newsletter, as a normal newsletter, to keep having this like amazing open rate, because at the end you said 50% open rate. That's huge. That's awesome. So yeah, congratulations, because it's like pretty good. I would say the benchmark is between 20 open rate, 20% open rate. It's like already, it's a good one. So just imagine 50. That's amazing. That's great, Carla. So I don't know if you already want to share anything else about Wildmail, any other experience, any other feature, any other thought that maybe the audience should be knowing?
I think, just really making use of, and probably looking at your tutorials and really keeping things simple. I think that's something you've taught me, also keeping like the minimum amount of lists, using the segments, and just like really using the basics, I think already is super powerful.
That's amazing. That's amazing, Carla. So just thank you so much for sharing all this information, for saving these 15 minutes from your time. Really valuable, sharing your experience, sharing your story, your funnels, everything. That was awesome. So yeah, that's all from my side. That's all from my side. Thanks so much. And the people who's watching this, if you like it, just give it a comment, a like, subscribe, something like this. If you want to ask something to Carla, feel free to put it in a comment. I will let her know. And that's it. Thanks so much, Carla. Have an amazing day.
You too. See you soon.
Ciao, ciao. See you.